Go on a run, Christian. Go on a run. That's way more important. Go on a run. What's going on, everybody? Good to see ya. This is a very infrequent thing for me, so I'm happy that you could join me. There is no topic of conversation tonight. We are just going to be shooting the shit. Whatever you want to talk about, we could talk about. Within reason, right? No, with that, there is no, anything you want to talk about, we can talk about. I'm just not in the mood to talk about. I'm fucking exhausted, man. I'm not in the mood to talk about anything heavy. Exhausted. We ran 4 calls after midnight last night, which has been frequent lately. And I get home and I'm a goddamn zombie, and I can luckily the kid's in school now, so I can actually come home and take a nap if I need to, which I did today. But like, since she's been on summer break, you know, I get home from my shift, and if I ran calls all night, she doesn't let me nap. So like, you know, so I'm tired. Well, let's shoot the shit, man. Welcome. Fat Man, I did not know that there was a new Mafia game. I don't really keep up with things, but that's interesting to me. I'll have to check that out. I haven't been playing really anything lately. I bought the Dune Awakening game. I played it for, I don't know how many hours, like 10 hours, and I don't know. It just didn't appeal to me like I was hoping it would. Other than that, like, the Guardians of the Galaxy game is a lot of fun. I haven't played that in like a month though, but I did pick that up, and I actually honestly forgot I had it until just now. I might play that a little bit tonight if I stay up. I'm pretty tired. But yeah, nothing else. You know what I have been playing? My daughter's been really into Roblox lately. So she'll get on her tablet and I'll get on my computer, and we'll play like Dress to Impress. Have you ever heard of that? It's like a Roblox game where you go into like like a topic comes up. So everybody's in this server, right? And a topic will come up, and maybe it'll say like I don't know, like movie premiere or something like that. And you have to take your avatar, your character, and walk around this big salon dressing your character up as if he or she were going to go to a movie premiere. And then once the timer runs out, everybody walks on a runway one at a time, and then everybody has to vote who dressed up the best based on the topic at hand. And my daughter loves it, and it's pretty fun. So we've just been like sitting next to each other playing Roblox Dress to Impress. And I'm like, this is actually kind of cool. She's really into it. And I mean, like, in a million years, I never would have played this game without, you know, a 7-year-old kid. But she's entertained, I'm entertained, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, anyway. I saw that, Andrew, the 70-yarder. Pretty wild. I have not finished Andor yet, which is insane, I know, to all of you to hear. I love Andor. I'm on episode 8. I have not started episode 8 yet. I don't know what's been the holdup. I mean, really, it's just been summer break, and I haven't had any time to watch anything that I want to watch, and I don't like watching a show like that on my laptop at work, so I've just been kind of waiting for the right time to blow through it. But eventually, right? Nice, Braxton. Braxton says, "Hey, Greedo, I went to a Weird Al show last week. Super fun. I've seen Weird Al once. When was that? I actually got a picture with him. I got his autograph. He actually signed the inside of my helmet. So whenever you see me wear my Stormtrooper helmet, inside of that has Weird Al's autograph. Kind of neat. But I actually saw him. It was probably 2013. 2000. I don't know. Around there, 2013, 2014, maybe. And I actually went on stage with him and some other members of the 501st, and we did like a little dance routine with him to his Phantom Menace song. But it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Anyway. Tan Production, thank you so much, man. And no prequel memes allowed. I appreciate it, guys. Tan says, are you looking forward to GTA 6? Also, did you finish Red Dead Redemption 2? So yeah, to answer the second question, I did finish Red Dead Redemption 2 like 3 years ago. I got COVID, about 3 years ago, and I got like 5 days off of work, and I isolated in my room, for attempted to do 5 days isolated from my family. But guess what happened? They ended up getting it on like the 5th day. So I was like, oh, this is pointless. I should have just given him a peck on the cheek and just been done with it, right? But in those 5 days, you know what I did? I laid in my bedroom and I brought my Xbox in there and I played Red Dead Redemption 2 until I beat it. And I love it. Probably my favorite single player game of all time. Yes, to answer GTA 6, am I looking forward to it? I massively am looking forward to it. You know what sucks for me though, Tan? I don't have a modern console, and I'm not in the market for a modern console. I have an Xbox One S. I have a Nintendo Switch. That's it. And what was the Xbox One S is like? Is it over 10 years old now? I don't even know. Probably. But I'm a PC gamer. I have a really beefy, nice PC. And that's what I like playing my games on. So it'll probably be a very long time. Unless it's coming out at the same time, which I don't think is ever the case with GTA games. But like, unless you're talking about like the first or second. But like, I'll probably end up waiting for a long time until it gets released on the PC. Which is fine with me. You know, I'm in no rush. But yeah, anyway. Nope, no prequel memes allowed. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. You said, hey, Greedo, here's a story. I met Andy Serkis earlier this year. He said Gilroy knew he was Snoke when he cast him as Andor. Oh, interesting. So he... I mean, Serkis, he's one of the most versatile... I'm going to say underrated, because I don't know if most people... No, like if you ask the general moviegoer who doesn't really pay attention to actors and stuff like that, if who Andy Serkis is, I don't think they would know. Am I wrong in saying that? But he is one of the most versatile. I mean, you look his ability to do screen capture and all that stuff is amazing. His acting as a human, I would say, is even better. It's wild how good he is. So, I mean, yeah, it's not. I mean, it wouldn't. You know, you don't see Andy Serkis's face as Snoke, so it's not. You're not really like breaking any rules or anything like that. He probably saw he wanted him for the role, so he, you know, there's no big deal. He put him in there because he wanted him, which is great. And I love Gilroy's attitude towards all things Star Wars, or when it comes to canon or anything like that. He seems very similar to the way I think when it comes to a bunch of this stuff. Doing something right. But I know it sounds ridiculous, but I can't believe I haven't finished Andor. And I mean, I'm on the same page as you guys. I'm blown away that I haven't yet. It's like one of my favorite Star Wars things of all time. I think it's absolutely incredible, and I haven't even finished it yet. I'm on episode 8 of season 2. But anyway, I appreciate that, dude. Cheers, man. And that's a pretty good meet. I like that. You met Andy Serkis. I like that kind of stuff. Like everybody, you know, who would you want to meet? I'd love to meet Mark Hamill. And I would too. I'd love to meet him. But that's like a given, right? Who would you want to meet? I'd love to meet Harrison Ford. Yeah, I would too. But like something about meeting like an Andy Serkis or I don't know, somebody like that, you know, not at the top of the bill. Is like if people ask me who would I want to have dinner with? My answer is like Gene Kranz, flight director for Apollo missions. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to have dinner with Neil Armstrong? I thought, yeah, sure I would, but I'd rather have dinner with Gene Kranz. Anyway, appreciate that, man. George Heilman and Oscar, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. One sec. English asks, have you played Dark Forces Remaster? Yes, I have. I got it a little while ago, and it's great. That's something that I need to make a video on and stream. But, yeah. George Heilman says, I watched Apollo 13 the other day in honor of Jim Lovell with his Maryland's with his and Marilyn's commentary, and it occurred to me it was also the 30th anniversary. I had no idea that the two of them had a commentary track. What version was that, George? Was that on the... Because I have it on Blu-ray. I also have it on 4K. What version was that? I'm assuming it would be on both. Yeah, George, it was kind of funny, like, not funny, but all of the... you know that I have a lifelong obsession with the space program and astronomy, and it's just been a part of my life for so long that I'm obsessed with. It's to me, it's like the most exciting frontier and thing that humanity can push the boundaries on. So when Jim Lovell was 97, when he died, and we were at an arcade with our daughter, and I went to the bathroom. I picked up my phone and looked at it while I was going to the bathroom, like everybody does. And I saw that Jim Lovell died. And I was like, God damn it. And I started getting a lump in my throat. And like my eyes started to kind of well up a little bit, right? And I'm like, oh my God. And he's 97, right? And I walk out of the bathroom, I go to our table, and my wife looks at me like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I say, Jim Lovell died. And she looks at me and just kind of stares at me like she thought I just got like a terrible text from a family member or something like that. But it's sad, and it's also a bummer. Yes, he's 97, and it's not so much a bummer. He's led a long and fruitful and healthy and accomplished and humble life. But the bummer that I see is just in general of people of that era, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, of that era. It's just they're a dying generation, and that self-sacrifice, that wisdom, that daringness. I mean, it's still there. It's still there, but it's just it's such a iconic definition of those words with those men, And also, I feel like I feel like a part of us, we have failed them. As a nation, in continuing to pursue manned missions like that, in a way. Now, I do value robotic missions. I think they're just as valuable. You do them cheaper, do them faster. Nobody has to pee and poop. You know what I mean? I value James Webb almost more than anything NASA has ever done for unlocking and presenting so many more mysteries of the cosmos to us. But there's just something about that let's go attitude at all costs, that I think is just missing, and I feel like we failed them, But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, George. I'll have to check out that commentary track. I did not know that was a thing. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Oscar says, what really grinds my gears? People say no original movies get made, only sequels and remakes. Not true at all. People just don't support films. It is true. It's more true now than ever that I would say more original films get made today than ever before. Not all of them go to the big screen. Not all of them get, press recognition. Back in the day, most films were originals, and that's kind of what got popped into the theater. And I would say that if you want to get your fill of original movies, there's more now than ever before that are getting popped on every streaming service that you could mention. So I'm like you, Oscar. Whenever people say I'm so sick of remakes, well, yeah, I mean I am too, or reboots or sequels and stuff. I am too. But if you want to see something original, there's more than ever to watch out there, But yeah, I completely agree, Oscar. It's not every movie that you can watch is on the big screen and Fantastic Four, right? And you don't even have to watch those. You don't have to. I don't want to. I have no desire. I want to watch I still haven't seen Superman yet. I want to just because I love Superman. He's my ideal superhero, my favorite superhero. But yeah, even I am, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. We just see advertising more for franchise films, so that's why we feel it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, a bunch of like little independent movies that it's not like they have an advertising budget. Especially like I saw what was it? I saw I found out about a documentary that I want to watch. I think it's called Recorder or something like that. It sounds like one of those quirky documentaries about just a random person with a quirk, And I was like, oh, this sounds really interesting. And I looked up the box office gross, and it was like $40,000. I was like, God damn. $40,000. And that's probably high for like a little documentary like that, Yeah. Matthew Kelly says, I did hear Pixar's Elio did get bombed because it's an original film. I enjoyed Elio. We saw it around when it first came out. I mean, it was right up my alley. A little space adventure, a kid that felt out of touch and without didn't know his place in the universe, and I didn't realize that the Voyager Golden Record played such a huge role in that movie at the beginning of the movie. I was like, oh shit, I got a Voyager Golden Record tattoo on my thigh, and I was like, oh man, this is sweet. I really enjoyed it. Fat Man says the last 3 movies I've watched, The Monkey, K-Pop Demon Hunters, and Sinners, are original. Yes, The Monkey is based on a King story, but it's one not many. No. Two movies on your list there, Fat Man, are 2 movies that I've watched recently too. K-Pop Demon Hunters with the kid. She's obsessed with it. She will not stop listening to the songs. And Sinners. Those are the 2 most recent movies that we've watched. I'm trying to think of anything else that we've watched recently. Oh. What's up, Chris? Chris says, watch the Drew Gooden video you shared out on Star Wars. Agreed with most of the points he made. Yeah, I'm very late to the party. I don't think I'd ever seen any of his videos before, and I watched a couple of them a few weeks ago, I think. And I was like, oh, I really like this guy's style, and the topics that he covers are often like, I mean, I'm sure he's done way more than I'm familiar with, but I was like, oh, I like this guy. Which sounds silly because, I mean, he's been doing it for a long time, and I'm sure all of you guys are very familiar with him. I don't pay attention to shit. And then I saw that he made a Star Wars video, and I was like, I'm going to check this out. And I was like, oh, we see very eye to eye on pretty much everything. Yeah. you're going to bring old Star Wars characters back, why not bring ones that don't have much development? No prequel memes allowed. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know me. I've been saying this for however long this 14 years since this channel has been a thing. I have no desire to see like more of the same. I have no desire to see like more Ahsoka, more Vader, you know, all these characters that we already are familiar with. Like, I don't understand. I know everybody's different, but I don't understand like the burning desire that so many Star Wars fans have to continuously see the same characters over and over and over again. There's a Darth Maul show coming out. That is the most uninteresting idea that you could come up with to me. We've seen Darth Maul for a very long time. It's great. Don't get me wrong. We're also getting new characters, new stories. So I'm happy with that. It's fine that they're kind of feeding familiar stuff to people that want it. But that I don't understand the want for that. I don't get it. It's boring to me. Like that, it makes the franchise feel small and like uninteresting. Like this is a vast, expansive Star Wars universe, and there's so many tales to tell. And when you continuously just come back to the same stuff over and over and over again, I feel like it's like just creatively bankrupt. And I find the fans that want that kind of goddamn boring, in all honesty. No offense to anyone out there as a viewer, as a listener, or as a YouTuber. Yeah, we're getting new Star Wars. I hope it's more Darth Maul. Yeah, we're getting new Star Wars. I hope we see Vader in it. Why? Boring. He's my favorite villain of all time. Of all time. But that's boring. Nice, Chris. What day are you going? George says, next thing I see in IMAX, though, is going to be Jaws. 50th anniversary. I'm not missing that. Though I might check out Mortal Kombat 2. Are they bringing Jaws to IMAX? I did not know that. 29th August 2024. That's coming up, man. I'm going to have to see if that's planned. We have one IMAX theater around us. Kind of IMAX. IMAX-ish. All right. Hell yeah. That's our I'm sure you've heard this, but that's our tradition, George, is every July 4th we watch Jaws. We watched it this July 4th as well. 4K copy on the 75-inch TV, and it was beautiful. It always is beautiful. But yeah, I think that's my top 5 movies of all time kind of fluctuate and change based on time of year and mood. But Jaws has kind of consistently been like number 1 forever. So it might be my number 1 all-time favorite. 17th to the 25th. Oh, wow. You guys will be there for a long time, Chris. 17th to the 25th. So the entire week. Nice. That's awesome.
I don't mind Star Wars animation bringing back old characters. Makes the animated universe feel more connected to the live-action world. But when it comes to live action, I'm like you. I want new.
Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the incredibly generous super chat and channel support this evening, man. Give me one sec. Yeah, Chris, I'm looking at the calendar. That is, I won't be able. Yeah, we won't be able to go down there, especially since the kids back in school and stuff like that. We went like 6 times over the summer break since we have season passes, but now that the kids back in school, we're gonna have to just select some weekends here and there to go. I wish we could. That'd be fun. But yeah, you guys will be there for a while. You got to go on Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot, dude. I'm sure you will. It's worth whatever wait you wait for it. It's incredible. It will change your, well, at least it changed my perspective of what a ride can be. It is just so fun and different. It's a roller coaster, yeah, but it's so different. Yeah, it's amazing. I can't wait. If you haven't already experienced it, I'm excited to hear what you think. But yeah. Definitely recommend. I mean, you guys will be there so long, you'll be able to do everything. Everything. And what's nice about going for that long is, like, you know, it's already, you paid for it. You're going to be there for like a week, and it's almost like having a season pass just jammed into a week, because I mean, realistically, you can just kind of mosey and take your time. You're going to be able to ride everything and do everything, right? So there's no, if you want to go back to the hotel at 4 p.m. and just go to the pool and relax, you can, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oscar Rodriguez, once again, thank you, man. Oscar says, I don't mind Star Wars animation bringing back old characters, makes the animated universe feel more connected to the live action world. But when it comes to live action, I'm like you, I want new. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I don't have a huge passion for the animated stuff like a lot of you guys do. So it's kind of an aspect that I don't really pay much attention to, in all honesty. But like when I hear that they're making a Darth Maul show, my eyes just instantly roll into the back of my skull, you know? I pay way more attention to the live action stuff. And even then, like, a lot of most live action shows I haven't liked. And it's kind of like, unless the show, honestly, man, like, unless the show really appeals to me or my kid, I might just end up skipping it. Like, I didn't even finish The Acolyte. It was not for me. I didn't really care for it. Didn't really care for Ahsoka. Didn't care for Boba Fett. Didn't care for Kenobi. I liked the first season of Mandalorian. I like Andor. But, like, I'm just kind of at the point where I don't have the time to watch everything, so I'm just super selective in what I want to, you know, what I want to watch, what I'm able to watch. But yeah, so when it comes to animation, I don't really mind that they're continuously bringing back characters, because I don't really pay much attention to it. But when it gets announced, I'm just like, why? But yeah, for sure, like with live action, it's way more interesting to me to see a new concept, a new character, new stories than rehashing the familiar. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. As much as I love animation, I have a hard time accepting Star Wars animation, even the best, as canon, but I suppose that helps me be okay with seeing a revolving door of characters. I get it. I for sure get it. That's very true. Absolutely true. Prequel memes allowed. No prequel memes allowed. He says, I mean, shit, Andor made Mon Mothma one of the best characters in the franchise. That's absolutely true. And maybe it's like, yeah, I guess that's a little hypocritical, but maybe it's also the writing and how characters are dealt with. I mean, comparing like something like Andor to The Acolyte or even Ahsoka. I mean, if you have the writing, the tension, the drama of an Andor, but with a character that we're familiar with, you can actually do something new with them. You know what I mean? But that's the problem with a lot of these live action shows or even animated shows. I mean, I just feel like they haven't done much new. And what's the point if you don't, you know? How old was I when I met my wife, Tom? I actually knew her a long time ago. I want to say I was probably like 16. But we didn't start dating until I was like 23, something like that. Yeah. I'm 39 now. But yeah, I knew her back in the day. Take it easy, George. Thanks for tuning in, man. The big 40 is coming up. How you feeling about it? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I'm more worried. Like, I got this. So, I have this weird pain. I haven't talked about this on the channel before, and it's kind of been worrying me for a while. So about a year ago, I started having this pain in the side of my face on both sides about a year ago. It just randomly one day. So I'm saying this like 40 doesn't freak me out, age doesn't freak me out. This is what's freaking me out right now. So hopefully I don't have any big news coming up. But like a year ago, I had this strange tingly like pain in the side of my face on both sides, and then boom, the same day. I may
have missed you talking about it, but did you see the new Superman, and if so, what did you think of it? I loved it, and I don't even like DC.
Breshvik, I appreciate that, man. Give me one sec. Yes, and then it flared up. It like really puffed up and got very swollen for like 24 hours. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it went away, and nothing happened. And it was like a month later, I started getting that pain again. And I was like, what in the hell is this? So I went to an urgent care. The doctor, he didn't do any scans. He was like, it sounds like maybe salivary stones or something like that. And he left it at that. And I was like, okay, I'm content. A month went by, nothing again. And all of a sudden I get that pain again. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it goes away. And it goes away for like a month and a half. And I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe it's gone. Comes back. And then over the past couple months, it's been constant. And now it's like radiating, and it's gone down to my neck. And I've gone to a dentist. I've gone to an oral surgeon. I've gone to the ER, actually, and I haven't had any answers. Found a cyst in my sinus cavity. one of the doctors was like, yeah, maybe that's causing all of this pain and stuff like that. I was like, wait, what? Okay. Oral surgeon said, yeah, maybe it's TMJ. We can remove this wisdom tooth, see what happens. He said, but it sounds like TMJ. I'm like, okay. And now I went to an ENT, and she wanted to do CAT scan with dye, so I got that done today. So I don't know. I got this weird pain in my throat, my neck, the sides of my face, and it's been freaking me out, man. So I appreciate you guys keeping my mind off of it until right now. But this is the first time any of the 4 doctors that I've talked to seem to really want to investigate this problem. I don't know what it is, and I'm waiting on my CAT scan results tomorrow. So hopefully I have some good news. But it has been freaking me out, man. Like, I've been, never Google your symptoms because you got every cancer imaginable, right? But I have been kind of freaking out lately about it. So, I start looking up stuff, and it instantly goes to, like, the fucking thing that Val Kilmer had, or the thing that the Beastie Boys guy had, and I'm like, shit. But hopefully everything will be all right. You guys will be one of the first people to know, because I'll make a video about it if it's something bad. You guys will have to keep my mind off of it and keep me laughing. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, HelloGreedo. About to turn 40. Body's breaking down. Nah, that's not true. I honestly feel better than I ever have in my entire life, shape-wise. It's just this. So, we'll see. Anyway, enough with that. Breshvik, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Breshvik says, I may have missed you talk about it, but did you see the new Superman? And if so, what did you think of it? I loved it, and I don't even like DC. I have not seen it yet. We are probably, honestly, it sucks, but we're probably going to have to wait until it's available to watch at home. That's just the nature of, like, my daughter's a little too young to go to see the movie. So the only time we're able to go and see a movie is with her, and it's something that she'd be interested in, So both me and my wife really want to see it. One of my best friends, who we have very similar tastes in movies, he said he had a lot of fun with it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping. My biggest concern is that it's not like just a straightforward Superman movie. Like, based off the trailers and the stuff that I've seen, there's a lot of characters, and I don't typically like that in my superhero movies. I would rather have just kind of a straightforward one character movie, So I'm hoping it's not. That's my biggest fear with it, and I don't know if that's the case because obviously I haven't seen it. But yeah, Superman has always been my favorite superhero. It's not about powers. It's not about strength. It's about personality and humility. Superman is kind of the embodiment of just a Boy Scout do-gooder, attaboy, and that's what I've always liked Superman to be. I read a spoiler or something that, like, he saves a squirrel, and when I read that, I haven't looked up the scene. I haven't read any deeper into the scene, but when I read that, like, he goes out of his way to save a squirrel, I was like, that's my Superman. That's my Superman. Like, he's just a good dude with a good heart who wants to help and save and preserve life and do the right thing even when nobody's looking. He's that person that we should all strive to be, and that's always what I've seen Superman as. So fucking badass, he could punch a hole in the sun. You're missing the point of Superman. So fucking strong. Who do you think would win in a fight? Superman? Or Batman? You're missing the point. You know, who said that? Favorite Superman comic story for me, it's Kingdom Come, Fat Man. One of the Superman, for whatever reason, and maybe it's one that I read the most as a kid, I have always loved Superman for All Seasons. That's always been one of my favorites. I have a plastic bin with some Superman comics in it. I should pull them down one day. I need to do that. Yeah, anyway, Breshvik, I appreciate that, man. Alright, how long have we gone? Almost 50 minutes. My daughter's in bed. Wife's downstairs. She took the dog out. Probably wanting to watch something. I might hop off here real quick. I'm gonna start doing, now that the kid's back in school, I'm gonna start doing I want to start doing some daytime streams. Those would probably be my like video game streams. Like do some, I don't know, 10 in the morning to noon Star Wars video game streams, like, you know, the Dark Forces remaster or whatever it's called, and do some more Shadows of the Empire, or like the Old Republic would be a fun one to start streaming again. You know, just an MMO that I can lay back in the chair and play and shoot the shit on microphone. But I haven't finished Outlaws yet either. I need to do that. You know, my biggest thing with Outlaws, and it has nothing to do with the game itself, it has everything to do with me, is that like stealth missions and stuff like that. I suck so bad at those types of games. Like any game that requires any kind of stealth, I don't know if it's a lack of patience or just a lack of talent, but I just suck so bad, and I don't know. And it instantly turns me off to a game, even if I'm enjoying it. Like if I keep getting caught at the same point, I'm like, fuck this, and I just quit, and sometimes I'll never pick it up again, you know? But yeah, all right, that's it for me tonight. I'll probably do a daytime stream soon. Maybe what is today? Monday, Tuesday, maybe Thursday morning. I might just do like an easy. Shit, I could play Shadow. I might beat Shadows of the Empire on Thursday. That'd be a fun game to stream for a while. But yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. This was good. This was fun. Good to see a bunch of you guys at some familiar faces. Yeah, be safe the rest of the week if I don't hear from you, or if you don't hear from me rather. But all right, have fun. I'll see you when I see you. All right, cool. All right, bye.